Okay, so my effort to create a label with the book title, at least the stamping piece, has turned out reasonably well. We've got Church History of Great Britain there, and that's the previous book restorer's sort of bit of leather there, so you can sort of see the difference. What I'm now going to do is a rather odd, it will seem rather odd, way of actually getting gold into here. Now, this powder here is gold powder used in a Kintsugi kit. So Kintsugi is the, I think, Japanese art of mending porcelain with a gold lacquer. What it does is it produces a bowl that looks as though it was fractured once, which it was, but it's sort of held together with a beautiful gold cement. And what I've got here in this little sort of plastic dish is a dollop of clear glue. And one thing I just did with the label a moment ago was I gave it a heavy treatment of leather consolidant. And that's because if you apply glue to the surface of leather, very often you'll get a colour change. And I want to try and avoid that. But basically what I'm going to do here, I've done this once before and it kind of worked okay, is to put a dollop of gold, literally, straight into the glue. And then we give it, it's probably a little bit too much. I should emphasize that this is actually a very, these kits are available online for, go to Amazon or whatever. They're actually available for not very much money, even though, it's gold. It's surprising, how cheap you can get a bottle of gold for. But anyway, we sort of mix it up into this sort of sparkly powder like this. And then literally what I'm going to do is sort of dab it on sufficiently that I want it to soak in to the crevice, like so. I'm going to move reasonably fast because this is glue and it'll start to set and harden. So, like this. Now, I've never done this before with this type of leather or stamp, so like everything we're doing here, this is an experiment, and it'll either be a triumph or a disaster. Let's see which it'll be. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just draw this fabric across the surface like this. You can see the glue already starting to set in a little bit. But that really isn't too bad. I might be able just to, using just a bit of, maybe a bit of dampness and spittle, I can probably get rid of some of the extraneous staining there. But that's turned out to really look quite nice. It's subtle, it's not like in your face gold, but it's definitely there, definitely readable. I actually quite like that. Okay. So what we're going to do next is do exactly the same thing for another label which I'll do, which will have Thomas Fuller's name, and then we'll have a viable set of labels.